Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back, Clumsy Trucking Friday. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining. See, we have a couple of folks, some familiar faces, some new faces. Thank you for joining. It's been a while, but Scotsman is first. Again. For the first time in a long time. Is that because I installed Train Sim World? How are you, man? You've been training. AJ, thanks for joining, man. Hope you're doing okay. I read the other comments. If there's something you want to get off your chest, we are here. Hey Calvin, glad you could join today. You can hear me, right? Yes, you should be able to. Hey MMJ, glad you could make it. And yes, there is a title. Glad it's working now too. Hey Heroic, welcome back. Sonoma, how are you? Man, it's been a while since I've flown. How's snow running? No longer in a VTC company. No more for you. Oh, why is that? You don't want to drive anymore? Get to work. Just kidding. Awesome stuff. Doing good, Calvin. Thanks for asking. We are easing up on the lockdown measures here in Singapore. We call it circuit breaker. Not much has changed on my end though, because I still don't want to go out of the house. I'm still paranoid, and I don't think I want to go out unless I really need to. I even haven't gotten a haircut yet, even if the barber shops are open already. Probably give it a couple more weeks. How about you guys? How is it over there? Hey Kensho! Wow! Thanks for joining. Bit late there, isn't it? I see some squirrel emotes there. Yeah, I remember you from squirrel streams. Thanks for joining, man. Alright, let's go and check out the event. I haven't done any jobs yet. Have you guys started yet? It's a nice new event from SCS if you haven't heard. Operation Genoa Bridge. You can see it there on the... Oh, it's gone now. Let's see that gun. 6 jobs on the west side, 6 jobs on the east side. And normally this is something where we wouldn't want to enable map mods. But thanks to Scan720, he made a quick fix that makes ProMods compatible with the new update. So you can make World of Trucks contracts even if you are enabling ProMods. So in line with that, let me show you the list of mods we have. Let's hide my face there so you can see it in full glory. Face in chat, that is supposedly. That one. So I have the Eurasia map by Beng and Jay. That's a very interesting topic. I'll get onto that later. We have NaturaLux, currently in closed beta. Overlapping music. Air Ride A3. All the other usual mods that we have. We have the VOLVO FH, the newest one, version 3.0 from Kriechbaum. Air brakes and gear sounds as an addition to that. That is within the same file, same thread, different file. And if you want to download any of these, as long as they're not in the closed beta stage, you can download them. !mods gets you to the entire list. The major things for today though, so I have ProMods, Rust Map, Southern Region, Row X, and all the road connections and all that stuff. The biggest things today though, Italy Sign Project, I downloaded an updated version. That's very apt for today's stream. And this one, this is the hero of this makes things possible. Operation Genova add-on. So even with ProMods, it updates the map a bit on that area, so you can do World of Trucks contracts within that area. Now, I haven't tested it myself, so I'm not sure if there are finicky stuff, but we will see. And for today, we are driving with the VOLVO FH13-16, I think that is. Not sure if I want to enable this though, the dark interior, because Eugene's doesn't work yet. So that's disabled. So we're going with SCS Volvo and checking out the Volvo Tuning Pack DLC. But The thing I hated the most about the interior is its what they call that color, tan. I don't like the color, the base color. But this one, the dark interior, supposedly is nice, but it has a bit of glare on the windows, so it's not perfect either. So I'm not sure. I think we just stick with the default for now, and let's see if we can live with it, right? Let me bring my face back and get back to chat. Sorry about the delay. There you go. Let's slow that up, and hopefully it doesn't oh no, it doesn't hang on me and it doesn't load the full 5 minutes. So let's bring back chat here. There you go. Alright, getting back. Twitch has been way too twitchy in your part of the world. Ah, I see. I see. Man, that's crappy. Yeah, maybe also Twitch is experiencing a bit of difficulty with the pandemic, huh? Some servers are a bit more unstable than usual. That's saying a lot. Hey Barry, glad you made it. How's the Steam train treating you? I love that picture, thanks for sharing it. 90-degree turn. On a completely different angle, different axis. Yes, I do groceries online. Thankfully, the slots are easing up. Before, during the height of the lockdown, it was so difficult finding delivery slots. I remember streaming and refreshing my phone just to get lucky, and I got lucky then and got a slot. Nowadays, it's much easier. There's almost always a slot open because I guess more people are going out and not everyone is doing online deliveries anymore. Ah, I see, MJ. Thanks. UK lockdown easing. Bit of a mess. Thanks. No lag today. That's great achievement. Yes. Great to hear, Jay. Glad to have you back fully. Hey, NL. Thanks for joining, man. Just came from workout. Nice. Keeping it healthy. So hard to work out these days. Me and Mrs. Clumsy really have to struggle. And oh my goodness, it's loading. Why is it loading? I finished you already. Anyway, at least we have more time to share and hang out with each other. Let's get trucking now. Tell that to the game. Hey Jack. Real Companies mod, all DLC. So the one with ProMods doesn't touch all DLCs, unfortunately. What I can recommend, I didn't go through it in the mods list, but I had it enabled. You can go through the mods list, !mods, look under the new companies section, companies, and there should be some real companies and real gas stations mods there. Yeah, we can try that. I think that works with more areas, including some parts of the DLCs, new DLCs, than the ProMods one. Other guy, I am in the closed beta. Not sure if someone answered that already. There you go, Jay answered it. So different files than the public release. Opening up things in Yokohama and Tokyo. Slow but starting to get back to normal. That's great to hear. Yeah, I heard that in Japan, you didn't need those extreme lockdown measures, and you have been able to ease out the virus. So like, what is it? Pure discipline. Goodness. Japanese power. Speaking of Japan, Project Japan has been released. Alex shared the link in the Discord server. If you're not in the Discord server yet, !Discord gets you there. Look under Truck Sim Mods channel. Hey, thank you for following. And welcome. Thanks, little Jacob. Appreciate that. Thanks for the follow, guys. Steam Rocket. Yeah. That's it. Still have to fight over delivery slots here. Ah, I see. Yeah, groceries. Yeah, people have pretty much done it themselves. Japanese power. Don't think that is possible in any other country. Pure discipline. Alright, so how does the map look? We are currently in Torino, and we are going to deliver some construction materials, I believe, in Genoa. So here you can see the bridge has been realistically depicted because it's currently destroyed, currently wrecked in real life. So we are going to try and help build it. And this is possible even with ProMods and all the other map mods on, because of that little Genova add-on. So that's cool. And we have two delivery options here, east and west. The event requires you to at least do 6 from the east and 6 from the west, from or to either direction, but 12 in total, 6 from each side. So we'll do it, and once we get there, we'll take a job, go wherever, and let's see how we get from there. Okay. Thank you guys. Sorry, I cannot. I have a hard time linking the names, but thank you for joining. Yar, hey Jack. How was hunting? Sorry, couldn't drop by. So busy these days. He's sleepy and late joining in. Let's adjust that a bit. I think that works for me. Alright. Now we have Kriechbaum sounds here. And I definitely agree with Sheng's inputs. Sheng is a long-time member of the community, and I agree with him when he says this is the best work by Kriechbaum so far. Do you agree as well? Let me know. What is Vane map? I'm not familiar with that map at all. Can't buy games and DLCs from Steam anymore. That sucks. Why? What changed? Use the direct method to play games now. What is the direct method? Non-Steam? Is there such a thing for ETS2? Ah, that's crappy. So good. Just right amount of crispness, bass, and all the other balancing things you can think of. Lots of animals at the hospital. That's the truck, guys. Thanks to the Volvo tuning pack, even if this is pure, well, not really pure, but this is the SCS truck, not Eugene's. But despite that, we have so many different accessories here. Yeah, roof racks, all the different painted and chrome parts. It's beautiful. Just wowzers. Crisp indeed. Yeah, even the shifting. Also, that GPS might look a bit different. That is the fault, or thanks to, I should say, Vadix DAF XF105. Whenever you have that mod enabled, it changes all the background GPS. Even converted you to driving a Volvo. Yes! Just bought the Volvo DLC about 5 minutes ago. Legal websites to download games. with the air quotes. Also, I have upped my anti-aliasing to 4x for this stream because I figured we're driving with a default truck and we're driving in a mostly default map. So supposedly, we can up our graphics and get better image quality. So we wouldn't have to load as much. But we will see if that remains true. So far though, things have been pretty smooth looking, right? Hey Tom! Blame Twitch. But glad you were able to join still. Thank you. Waiting to get a new GPU. So Nvidia will be releasing 3000 series cards in September. Yes. Yes, I'm also waiting for it. Waiting for that to happen. Those sounds are great. Indeed. One of the best I've heard. Oh, apparently we passed the line. Thankfully, we didn't get any penalties. So we still get a few frame drops here and there, just when we're in intersections and all that stuff, but shouldn't be that severe. At least we'll get much better anti-aliasing. Don't normal drive Volvo. You're normal in the Scania. Yeah, with the Volvo tuning pack, that might change. It's very nice. I think it's one of their best tuning packs that they released. The Actros one was a bit limited, I think. Or wait a minute, the Actros one was okay, I think. The DAF XF tuning pack was a bit limited in my opinion. But this one has all the bells and whistles. And the paint jobs are nice too. $3,000 series cards in September. I'm not sure if it's really September, but yes, soon hopefully. Turn on the lights here. Bank blocks Steam as a fraudulent website. Oh, because it doesn't use the 3DS thing. I see. Can you... Is it not possible to link it via PayPal or something? Steam, PayPal kind of deal? I think that's what I do. Whoa! It's slippery. Hey Jack! Welcome to the stream. What's my favorite? My favorite is the one I'm currently driving. No, I'm a bit of a 4 Series fan. Scania 4 Series. Perfect balance between classic and slightly modern feel. But I do have my moods, so from time to time I switch it out. Yes, Calvin. PT log is able to log wherever you are driving. Even if you are driving in the farthest reaches. Like even in Project Japan, it's able to log because it can detect that you're in a job. And approaching hot here. You can detect that you're in a job, and it can detect your source and the destination, origin and destination places. Hey Alex, glad you made it, man. How are you? Were you hunting with Jack? I heard lots of animals for the hospital. DH8A shifter. Wow, congrats. Oh, you'll love it, man. You will love it. If you enjoyed the sequential shifting, so much more the actual shifting. Next stop, buying an SKRS. Ah, PayPal is in USD, I see. Not as economical. That's crappy. Hey Murwaz, glad you made it. Sorry guys, I'm lagging a bit behind in the chat. I'll catch up soon. Hopefully. 3080 Ti will be a beast of a card. Usually it is. Beast of a price as well though, usually. It's raining! What a surprise. Close the windows here. There you go. Hey Max, thanks for joining. How are you? You were in Japan, nice. Enjoying New Project Japan? How far have you gotten? Thanks for posting the link in the Discord server though. Oh, you again. Moraz doesn't seem too happy. Hey Sith, sorry. This is Kriechbaum's Volvo FH stock sounds version 3.0. That should be in the mods list, near the bottom of the audio section. I have to say this is my favorite Volvo FH sounds, I think. Just did a couple of jobs. Sounds good. What truck were you using? Thanks, Alex. 124, goodness. Yeah, it's some Z's. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you on YouTube. Driving in Heilbronn 1:1 scale all evening. Oh, nice. Yes, I haven't... I think I checked it out before, but I think there was an update, right? I haven't seen the update yet. Heilbronn. 50% faster in 4K gaming. Goodness. How about the price? Is it going to be 50% more expensive as well? So Max, there is an add-on that someone made. It's Scan720 who made it. It's not officially part of the ProMods team, but he is making it as an add-on to the ProMods map. So you can still do these jobs, these Genoa jobs, even if you have ProMods. So the mods list should have the link for you. I brought the Irish weather with you. Yeah, I thought I toned down the rain to just like 1 tick above 0, but still it rains. Let's double check that. I might have missed it. Gameplay graphics? No, gameplay. Okay. I get it. Yeah, look at the rain probability. It's almost all the way to the left. Random road events, let's put that in the middle. Yeah, no rumors about the price yet. Okay, I think we are getting close to the... maybe not, this is just a random event. I think Kriechbaum was born next to an engine whisperer. Oh yeah. Kriechbaum is upping his game, getting used to Fmod. These sounds from him, they are, in my opinion, much better than his previous release, the Scania DC13, because that was nice, but it was a bit on the softer side. Not as booming. This one I think has the right balance. It's not screaming at you, but it's actually very powerful. Is this the one? Yes, this is the one going to Genoa. $3070. I'm hoping to get the 3080 Ti, but that's always a dream. I think I'll have to replace my entire PC if that happens. So I'll need to change power supply and all this stuff. We'll see when it's out. Space Legs in Elite. I saw the update. Well, I saw the in Discord, but I didn't. Oh crap! I wasn't able to click the link. What's the update all about? Can you actually walk now or something? Space Legs confirmed. 3080 Ti or bust, exactly. That's the thing with PC gaming. What works with one person does not guarantee it will work for the other because of all the different combinations in specifications, in installations. It's not a very harmonious thing. How do we park this? Just straight in? Okay, thank you. Then I guess from here we can take another contract. Chain it up. Alright. So here we unload. 3080 Ti SLI. I can dream. Hey, this. They didn't add new things in the interior. Yeah, I wish they added new interior options, huh? Like a dark gray thing. I'm not really a fan of that tannish color. Welcome back to the stream. So, where you guys wanna go? Bologna? A bit farther? Wheel loader. Everything is scrap metals. Yeah, let's get that wheel loader. Haven't even taken a picture yet. Hey Gaina, how are you? They did add some accessories, the cap, the Volvo truck. Not sure if there's a hanging toy, I didn't check in detail, but yeah, I wish they added like actual interior options. Dark gray specifically, because this tan, I'm sure this is not called tan, but you get what I mean. Not a fan really. You get kind of used to it after some time though, and kind of balances out with the blue outside. But yeah. So one sec, let me do something because I'm sick of this rain. We've had enough of that. So we can open the windows a bit again. Hear the engine much better. So where is the trailer? Right there, okay. Early next year, DLC will give us space legs and barren atmosphere, planets to land on. Oh wow! Nice! Oh my goodness. So it's becoming like Star Citizen. So you can actually get outside your ship now. Awesome. Well, now I'm definitely excited. It's going to be a paid DLC, huh? That's cool. Because that means they are going to be, what do you say, committed to delivering more. Like, we can complain if the DLC does not have enough content. Unlike if it's a free update, we just accept what they give us. That's what I love about payware. You have more of a voice. You're not at the mercy of the developer. Okay, that should be good. Minimum KM, I don't think so, Hades. Yeah, as long as it's one of these jobs. Oh, that actually fits quite well, huh? Not half bad. Awesome, let's take a photo there. Seems like a nice backdrop. Let's get the music back on. Oh, by the way, I have a new command for those who do not yet have the base game or the DLC, the Italia DLC. SCS made the bundle for you, 76% off, I think. Thank you guys for letting me know in the Discord. Exclamation point Genoa gives you the link to the Steam page, so you can grab your missing DLCs at a huge discount. And no, I don't get anything from that, but I think it's worth sharing to support SCS. Does it work? Ah, there it is. Thank you. Hey, Cold. Did my Google just activate? I think it interpreted the hey Cold as hey Google. Close enough. Hey, Darren. Doing good, man. Thanks for joining. How are you? Alright. Let's get some sunny driving done. Let me see, where is fuel economy? Speedometer. I'm also using the realistic dashboard from NFSHP. That's why it looks a bit different. Volvo DLC, yeah, exactly. This is in a lot of people's wish lists. Oh, that's a view, huh? Oh yeah, and we haven't checked it out yet. That's the bridge. Before, you could loop around here, right? You go through this loop and eventually you would get there to that tunnel. Now that's broken, that's what we are actually fixing right now. Let's take a photo there actually. It's going to be very apt for maybe a thumbnail. Yeah, it's just the interior is lacking, but the exterior options are amazing. There is, even with default truck, you can do so much already. Maybe we can actually focus on the truck itself. It's not half bad. $3,000 Titan RTX. In my dreams, at least I will. Nothing happened. Engine didn't die out. Yes, it's free, MMJ. Why can I not hold this thing? That's strange. Well, I chose the worst spot. To stop. This is deja vu. Sounds familiar, looks familiar. Like when we were struggling in that incline on the steam train 2 days ago. Your sound for the GerScania V8. Ooh, nice. First mod in F mod. Awesome. Yeah, it's been a while since I've driven with the next gen Scania. Where did you get your sound files from? Is this from like Kriechbaum and then you remixed it? Or something you recorded? Yes, you can post the link in Truck Sim, maybe. I'm not sure if you have access to Truck Sim mods at the moment. In Discord, so I can check it out later. I need water. Thank you. Thanks, Alex. Have you done any job yet? Have you guys done any job yet for this event? It's nice to be driving back in Italy though. The highways are just wow. And so far, yeah, it looks like even with ProMods, it's working. As long as you add that Operation Genova add-on from Scan. Hey, thanks for following. And welcome to the channel. 10 jobs, wow. 2 more and you should be good with the personal goal, right? You were stuck in Japan, haven't done any jobs yet. Completely understandable. So nice, right? So nice. Engine files are from Kriechbaum's mod for 1.36. Ah, I see. Cool. Oh, you added interior sounds. That's awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'll check it out. You can leave the link in Discord so I can access it later. Thank you. They're making tests on Saturday, and if everything goes well, they'll release 1.37 support for MP Sunday. Wait a minute, so MP at the moment is still at 1.36? I'm a bit behind on the news because I don't really play MP. Let's close that curtain. Tunnel hype. Love the sounds in the tunnel, huh? Who, Calvin? Water. Jack knows it. When we say water, we really mean. I have to get my bearings here. Kind of not used to driving in Italy. Not reading the signs well enough. Man, those sounds. I don't remember his older version with his VOLVO FH sounds being this good before. I remember they were nice, but they were a bit, how do you say, muffled before. Not sure if he re-recorded all of these or he edited them, removed the muffle, made it crisper, more crisp. Yeah, I like it much better. Let me through, bro. Okay, fine. All good, NL. Welcome back. I think these signs are part of the Italy sign project by Scan. Cannot really pinpoint it so much anymore. We stay here on the right. Yes, Bologna. Ah, Max's reward. Awesome. Thank you. That would be great when I get back to the next gen. 100,000 stream points. That should give you something. It's a good reward for it. GG, man. Maybe a squished craft vehicle. Thanks, Max. You are allowed to post links in Truck Sim, I think. Nightbot wouldn't kick you for it. So I think that should be okay already as soon as now. I'm not being very economical here. Stopping way too late. Rumored to have 24 and 48 gig VRAM. Okay, not for consumers, okay. For data centers. I didn't even know data centers needed GPU as well. I thought they were mostly CPUs. Maybe it depends on what they do, huh? Alright, MMJ. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Catch you next time. There we go. Bologna straight ahead. Ooh, that's definitely something from the Italy sign project. So guys, have you been keeping up with the background map saga? I got sucked into it. I was so intrigued I wanted to chime in and join the fun. GPUs are used to mine and process data. Oh yeah, that's true. Bitcoin mining, that's a good point. So it can be used for more processing stuff. What does that sign mean? Didn't read it properly? We'll see when we get there. Background map saga. Yeah. I have my own point of view there, like my impression of things. But let me share the different points of view first. There are two main ones. ProMods' point of view and Beng and Jay's point of view. Beng and Jay is the guy who is making the Eurasia background map. That's what I'm using currently. Because it's perfectly compatible with RusMap, Southern Region, RoX, everything except ProMods. It is compatible but not fully. There's a bit of, how do you say, contention in the Middle East area with where the Middle East should be located. Let me show you now. So I'm using the background map from Beng and Jay, colored by Pau Kirkir. So the map itself, the positions were by Beng and J, but the coloring is done by Pau. The main problem is, so you can see the southern region of Russia fits perfectly. Rus map fits perfectly. Ukraine in all the row X areas fits perfectly. Yeah. But the main problem is Middle East. You can see the Middle East is currently in the sea. If you zoom in, if you zoom out like this, it's not that obvious. But if you look at the locations, it is, and that is like the main. That was the number one point. Who is the right one? Should the Middle East be here or there? So of course, ProMods, the ones who did the map, the places, they want it on the west. Bengan believes it should be on the east. And that's where all the 100 pages or something, maybe not full 100 pages, discussion and back and forth went through. So I tried to understand each person's point of view, and I summarized it in the thread when I replied. And more or less, it is accurate. ProMods had a couple of points, so I included that as well. So if you go to the thread now, if you are in the Discord server, Truck Sim channel, there's a link to that thread if you want to read the entire saga. But yeah, the bullet points that I shared should summarize it fairly well. And they have different beliefs on why it should be there and why not. So both sides believe that they are on the new map, the new projection. Because how it is, in the olden days, SKRS had an old projection, let's say. Projection meaning where the map should be, because it's not 1:1, right? So it's a scaled map, I guess. So it cannot just be like copy-pasted from the real maps. It has to be scaled somehow. So there is some kind of projection happening. And don't ask me about details. If you have more details, share it in the comments here in chat. But don't ask me for details. I'm a simple guy. So there was an old projection. Let's put it this way. I think they call it Mercator or something. I don't know what it is. That was the methodology behind it. Oh, I love this. And then they did the ATS rescale, and they realized that the old projection that they were using is wrong. So they switched to a new projection, SKRS did. And I think that's Lambert Conical or something. Does that ring a bell for you guys? So basically, SKRS went from an old to a new projection. Now the question is, with the SKRS default, they have their own background map, right? Of course, if you don't have any mods, if you have vanilla, then you see a background map. The question is, does that background map, does it currently use the old or the new projection? And that's where the points of view start branching out. Because ProMods believes it's the new projection, and that's why they aligned the Middle East to that background map. That's why if you compare the SKRS background map with the Middle East, it's perfectly right where it should be. But Bengan believes differently, because SKRS said that they are going to use a specific projection, Lambert Conical, with certain parameters. So what Bengan did is he extrapolated the entire map, the Eurasia map, including all the way to the Philippines, Japan, and all that stuff. He extrapolated using those same parameters, and based on those parameters, the Middle East should be to the right a bit more. And that's why, and the ProMods is saying, no, we have the new version already. This is in line with SKRS new projection, so it is supposedly to the left. But Bengan is saying, no, SKRS gave these projections, and if you make a map out of these projections, then it should be to the right. No? So very different points of view. Now, I posted that. I posted the summaries to get everyone's point of view, and then I also posted it in the SKRS forums, and Max from SKRS actually replied. But it's not 100% clear to me. What I understood is that the current SKRS background map is indeed using the new projection already, but there are a few adjustments, manual adjustments. So it's still not 100% clear, because he is saying, on one hand, Max is saying the SES background map is using the new projection, but at the same time he's saying the farther areas of the background map might not be super accurate, like Russia. So maybe it's better to use the parameters instead of the background map. So that's where I'm not so sure. Like, on one hand he's saying it's using the new projection, but on the other hand he's saying maybe it's not that accurate when you go farther from the center of Europe. So yeah, I don't think it's really closed yet. But yes, those are the different points that I have been able to understand, at least with my limited capacity. Thanks, Jay. Hey, Incarnate. Sorry for the late greeting. Good evening. How are you? Well, I think the problem is both sides are thinking they are on the Lambert conical already. Both sides are thinking they are in the new projection already. And I guess one way to do that, and I'm not sure how to do it, is to render the map using the Lambert conical, the new projection, based on the parameters that SCS has specified. It's in the climate.sii file, they say, and see where the Middle East should be based on those parameters. And we will know then where it should be in reality, because SCS, I'm not so sure anymore now that wait a minute, where should we be going? Bologna. Here. I'm not so sure anymore that the background map is updated for the full new projection. Because if it is, then Max wouldn't have said that it might not be accurate for Russia in the farther areas. Yes, Max from SES. Welcome back, Scotsman. Finish the route. Writing your school project and playing the stream as background. Awesome. Great to hear. Good luck with the project. Hopefully you do a lot better than with the steam train, the steam rocket. 113 pages now. There you go. Yeah, so I read most of that stuff because it's quite intriguing to me. Now, my own point of view, and this is just conjecture on my part, I have, maybe it's a bit of bias as well, so don't take this as the right one, just take it as my impression. I have a feeling that Beng and Jay's map is correctly projecting the Lambert conical based on the parameters that SES gave. But SES is not following that projection 100%. That's why the misalignment. So ProMods is basically following SES with what is currently in the map, the background, and Bengan is following SES with what they gave him as parameters. Unfortunately, I don't think SES is following those parameters to a T. So I think that's where the inconsistencies are coming up with. But yeah, who should follow who? Because it's easy to say, well, SES is the single source of truth. That's true. But the SES truth has two versions. Or maybe, it's not even sure. The background map and the projection. So the thing to do is, if someone knows how, render the entire projection based on those parameters and see if it is consistent with the background map currently set by SES. Man, that is beautiful. Let's take another shot from the other side here. Yeah, that is the dream, Calvin, but I don't know, it's very hard to achieve. So it's very open to interpretation. And even the SES truth might have a bit more versions in it. And that's the reason why the Middle East is being... And it's not only the map that the place here. Because imagine... one sec. Imagine, let me turn off the music here. UI music. So the background map is one thing, and that one I think I personally can live with. I mean, even if it's not perfectly aligned, I'm fine with that. But where it would come in trouble is if you imagine Turkey. YKS Turkey, right? Turkey would link somehow with the Middle East, and Arayas made a road connection to that already, I believe. Turkey to Middle East. But the road connection would have to connect to the Middle East somehow. So if Turkey is based on this map, and the Middle East is based on a different map, that means the road connection has to somehow like swerve to the left to connect to the Middle East. And that's what Arayas did at the moment, and he is absolutely he does not like it, you know, because it's not aligned. So that's still a bit of a question mark. So it's not just about the background map, it's also about linking the maps together, the different areas together. So it has a bigger ramification than just the display. Yeah, and what does that mean, Jay? So does that mean they're still using the old one currently, what is available to us? But he also said that the background map is exactly what is in the certain DDS file. So very open to interpretation, I think. Hey Thor, are we still live, guys? Because my browser just died. So I think the chat might also not reflect anymore. Let's observe it. How are you doing, Thor? It's been a while. How's your simulation driving gear working for you? Of that motion thingy. I know, I'm very technical at these things. I know all the terms. Right. So that would mean they would change the map. So that would mean the map that we have currently is not using the updated one. So that might mean if you base the map on what's currently the background, you will use the wrong parameters. Yes, that's one way of interpreting it. So yeah. So we are getting something from Max. That's great that he is replying at all, although it is still a bit open to interpretation. I need to clarify that a bit more. School has opened, you have more books to read. Nice. So you are going to classes now physically? That's great. Yikes, CPU overheating. Did you forget to put in the thermal paste? It's the delivery here. Q3 of this year. Q3 is what? Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's consistent with the September release. End of Q3. 1.38 might have a different one because of Iberia, and since UK is 1:15. Right. That's very true. So they might be planning to change that even more. So in my opinion, we should follow the parameters they gave and not the... Where's the parking area? The parameters they gave and not the background map that is currently in-game right now. And if that's the case, then Bengan might be on the right lead here. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's the main problem because SCS has inconsistent parameters at the moment, or how do you say, mixed signals. And depending on which signals our map makers pick up on, then they will be led to different paths. They actually have been led to different paths. So yeah. Looks good. Let's keep it steady. Maybe this time we can deliver to the west. We'll see what jobs are available, if there are any. Do you guys know if this event allows cargo market jobs, external contracts for owned trailers. As Spain is below UK, it might have to be aligned somehow. That's very true, because there are actual road connections there, right? Or ferry connections. $80 to $85. Yeah, that's a bit hot. Is your fan still working? That's the one, yes. That one goes to... So if you are having trouble finding which job it is, just look for the company. It should be the CDE SRL. And it will be the either Est or Ovest, East or West. So that one is Ovest. I like this one better though. Let's take this one. In terms of the looks, I like that tanker much better. Southern Greece. In ProMods, Greece is there. Just not familiar. Oh yeah, you're right. Not yet. Yes, it's not yet there. Nice parking, thank you. Textbook parking. Got lucky there. Yes, exactly. World of Trucks. External contracts. With Jay, we never know. He might be a better tester for SCS as well, but he'll have to kill us if he says so. I assume this is a real company, Furcam. Because this should be part of the real company mod that I have, I think. Can't even remember who made it, goodness. But it should be in the mods list. Most of the gas stations should be updated, I think, except for my most hated one, Echo in France. Ugliest logo ever. Why is that not clicking? Ooh, Hazmat. Brings back memories from Derail Valley. You guys see that episode? Episode 4, Unintended Consequences. Oh my goodness, that was a disaster. Wow, this actually looks very nice. I thought it would be low. It's almost perfect with our clearance there. And the colors, wow, is this perfect. Current CPU temp, I'm at 70 plus. So my usual working temperature is around 70 plus to 80. If it goes to 80, I get a bit worried already. So I think it's still generally safe, maybe not as healthy. That should be fine. But my CPU is not overclocked anymore. I let the smart things that AMD does since Ryzen 3rd Gen do its own stuff. So it's overclocking on its own, it's boosting on its own, and it's boosting until around the 70 plus degrees. If it's idle, it's at 50 degrees for me. You know, that's pretty hot for some people, but if you live in a tropical country, maybe not so much. Hey Freddy. Over 3 a.m. Wow. Have a good night, Freddy. Thank you for dropping by. Thanks for joining us on stream. Catch you in Discord, man. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, that's a good point, Jay. I actually forgot during the stream. I should be announcing it. So I'll probably do it in the next episode that I record. Did you do your giveaway already? Oh, and yes, speaking of, well, not really speaking of giveaway, but maybe. We're actually reaching an anniversary, guys. June 9, I think, is my anniversary in Patron. Not sure if how many years I've been. I think maybe 2 years in Patreon. So thank you for all the support, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks to all my patrons. Thanks to all the subs who are supporting me financially so that I have access to these amazing DLCs and payware content. Can keep the lights running. Huge help. So thanks for all the support. Yeah, same for me, Jay. I keep forgetting because there's so much to do with the steam train. The moment I step inside the steam train, I forget anything else, everything else. We bought a Hyper 212 Evo for Horizon. Wow, 50 to 55. Goodness. Yeah, I have a custom cooler as well, but it's not doing that good. But maybe it's climate. You are in Sweden after all. I think for tropical countries like mine, water cooling is much better. Man, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Giveaway. If you got a copy of Derail Valley, Scotsman, would you play it? Or is it too arcadey for you? Oh yes, by the way, I was playing Train Sim World offline, right? I was sharing some screenshots. Well, a screenshot of the Train Sim World installing in Discord. I was playing it. It was great, but to be perfectly honest, I got a bit bored. I guess it's because I was using that simple train from the Great Western Express. Very simplistic controls: forward, thrust, throttle level, throttle brake, and it's not as engaging as the steam train. So I found that I was just waiting for the trip to end. Still braking too late. Yes, Geek Squad I will be. Which one exactly, I'm not sure. We will see how the prices and the performance goes, but I will be upgrading my GPU when they come out. That's what I've been waiting for since last year, and I know someone here who is eagerly waiting for the 3000 series as well. His PC is all built up. Well, his parts are all waiting for the piece de resistance. I know I butchered that. Have to buy Mrs. Clumsy a house first. I've been saving Clumsy funds for it, so I've been some of the income from Clumsy funds have been diverted into payware stuff, so I can show you guys more stuff. Some are being saved, so I can get some. What the heck is this guy doing? So that I can upgrade without needing extra approval. So hopefully I will have saved enough by then. Right now I think it's currently very short still. We'll see. Hey, gone. Sorry, that's the only syllable I can read. Too many consonants for me there. Everyone just violates the speed limit. Yes, he is a streamer and also a YouTuber. Jay, feel free to share your YouTube and Twitch links for everyone to follow you. Yes, Alex has been waiting for a long time. I really admire his emotional intelligence. Am I speeding? Yes, I am. Hey, Sky! Glad you made it today, man. How are you? Man, look at that sunset, huh? Beautiful. It's a train simulator / game, a bit more simplified controls. Derail Valley, but the physics, the mechanics, train mechanics is spot on. Absolutely loving that game. And it's still in early access, so more updates to come. AI trains, signals, stuff like that. To be ready for the next upgrades, maybe just in time, huh? Why did it suddenly go 50 here? Strange. I did see a speed limit change, but why in this area when it's just straight? Beautiful sunset indeed. And speaking of beautiful sunset, why haven't we taken a photo of it? Let's do just that. Let me see if I missed any messages. I'll be patient. There you go. Oh, that is amazing. This is why we can't let go of NL. I have been looking for an alternative so I can share with other folks who don't have access to this, because yeah, I want to be using something that can be used by the public as well, whether it's payware or not. But with that level of beauty, it's hard to find something that matches. Has anyone tried the Project Next Gen payware? Not version 2.0, because I am following its Facebook page, and it looks like there are a lot of early access updates for the donors, for the payware stuff. Maybe it's good as well. It might be something I can try, at least to give other people an alternative while they are waiting for NL update. Trying to find more games that you like that are not truck sims. Oh, it's amazing, man. Highly recommended. Initially, so Derail Valley it's not new. It's been out for a year, I think. But it received a major update just a week or 2 weeks ago. And initially I was not such a fan. Like, it was good, but it was not that it was very rough, very raw. Now with the overhauled update, it's much more refined, much more complete. There's an economy system, and it just hooks you. The progression, the experience, great game balancing. So it's the perfect balance between being a game and being a simulation. It's not too hardcore simulation. Sorry about that. So it wouldn't push away some of the more casual folks, but it's not too arcadey either, because the physics mechanics are real, and the risk of derailing, as proven by the last episode in my channel, they are real. Logitech wheel, SnowRunner. Oh yes, SnowRunner. It's kind of still a truck sim though, but a very different truck sim. And I would say it's a AAA game with some not so AAA bugs, or maybe AAA bugs depending on how you look at it. But there is a major update coming out on June 9, and so next week I think we will go back to SnowRunner to check that update out, because wheel support is coming. Full wheel support and force feedback I think is coming, together with bug fixes. Hey Aaron, thank you for joining, and glad to find that you are finding it relaxing as well. More than welcome to stay and lurk or participate in chat. Realistic graphics mode. That's crude. Has that been updated for 1.37? Last time I checked it was a couple of weeks ago, and there was a pending update for 1.37, so I didn't have a look at it yet. No nudging allowed. Well, we have to test it. Maybe nudging works now with the update. Oh my goodness, that clip. Slow down, start slowing down here. There we go. That is the proper braking. Just keeping it steady, coasting through until we reach 30 kilometers per hour by the time we reach the actual toll gate. Perfect. Retarder. I used the retarder this time. Previously I was using engine brakes. That time I used the retarder. Freaking one is updated. Nice. Thanks Alex, I might give it a go. Just to give other people an option. I will definitely miss my accessories. I'm not sure if Kirill will approve. I doubt it, but I'll try to get in touch with him. I'm not sure if he'll approve of me moving the CG accessories to a separate mod so I can use it even without NL. He might not like that idea, but I'll bring it up anyway. Because he was the one who made it, so it's his. And me just taking it out, he might not sit well. Might not sit well with him. I'll try to message him to align things and maybe get some official updates to share with everyone. Operative word being try. I'm not sure if he's active on Discord recently. Track IR, Toby, and Logitech supported in Bus Sim 18. Oh yeah, Bus Sim 18. That's a nice bus game. It's a bit too arcadey, on the spectrum for my taste. But I mean, for the first, 20 or 30 hours would be more than enough. Then afterwards, you start looking for more. Uh, 2.0 is free, but the latest updates are payware. At least that's what I get from the Facebook page, because there are further updates now beyond 2.0. Yes, live tracker should be active if you go to VT log. Can someone help with the link? I do have that enabled, but I've never checked if it's working. That's a good point, Tinkernet. And if you want to join the VTC, !VTC. So we can drive together in a way. Thanks, Jay. Real challenge in what way, Jack? Mind your words. Can we sleep here? I mean, it is a World of Trucks contract, so it doesn't matter if you sleep. The time limit won't change. That's the one thing I love about these World of Trucks contracts. At least we have better visuals. We don't have the space for it. What's the space? What's occupying your space? It doesn't require much, I think only 10 gigs. Hey Patrick, glad you made it, man. How are you? Oh my goodness. Overcast clouds. Does not look good. It does provide a map, supposedly. There you go. Does it work, Jay? I've never checked it myself. The live tracker. And you should also see other drivers in the company who are driving right now, so you will be able to see who is doing multitasking, driving and watching the stream at the same time. No maps? I thought there was a map before. Oh, I see. I thought there was a map before. Maybe I was imagining things. Alright. Thank you. My mistake. It should have access to that, but I guess it's still a work in progress on the VT log side. Because we are sending all this telemetry data to it. Blah would know more info on that. He's not yet here though. Not sure if he can join today. But if he does join in later, let's ask him what are their plans on the live tracker. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Alex. Based on the URL, that looks promising. Let's see if that works. We should put some custom commands with those live trackers. We'll try that next time. Fast. Very windy. You see me in the VTC map. Stalker! Kidding. Nice. That's great. Oh, it works. Perfect. Thank you. Let's take a photo here. This looks a nice morning vibe. Does it show Scotsman in Amsterdam? If it doesn't, then it's broken. Oh my goodness, now that is a looker. I said looker, okay? With an L, just to be clear. Beautiful. Yeah, the paint job that's included with the tuning pack is perfect for me. Blue and white. Unfortunately, it's not something you can paint, but I'm sure some modders will tweak that and make that paintable. Slow down, bro. Wow, look at that. J technical skills at work. Thanks, man. That's amazing. Cool. This looks familiar. At least now it's not raining anymore. Also, it looks like I'm still stretching out my GPU. So maybe 4x is still a bit too much. After this job, let's switch to 2x. And then I'd like to get your inputs if you notice the difference, okay? At least on stream. At least in the visual quality, if it goes down. Or if it's the same. Because if it's the same, then we stay with that. Because that will give us much better frame rates. Much closer to 60 all the time. Hey Sparkso, how are you, man? Nice Volvo indeed. Nice sounds too, thanks to Kriechbaum. Oh man, it's such a shame about the EVR sounds, huh? I really wanted to try the EVR sounds badly, but I think it's a bit too advanced at the moment. The F-Mod engine cannot handle it. And it's causing cut-off sounds when there is traffic. And I don't want to mute the traffic sounds because that would be like driving with no other cars on the road. It's part of the F-Mod experience. So right now I'm waiting for an update which fixes that, and then we will get back on the MP4. Maybe I can also repurpose it for the MP5 even. That's very true, Geek Squad. That's the goal. That's why I want to upgrade. Awesome stuff, Jay. Glad to have you fully back. Thank you. So let's see what job we can get. Let's get something to the west if there's something. Looks like not though. Guess wanna go anywhere. Verona, Florence. I think we want to go to the ProMods areas. at least drive through them. Like the bridge in Milan, maybe we can reroute there. Yeah, this one. Backhoe or wheel loader. This one pays better, but it's the same one as the previous one. So let's maybe take the backhoe just for a difference. Let me refresh, maybe that will change. It did change and it disappeared. Other jobs disappeared. Okay, let's take that one. The shirt. Go get your shirts, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's go and make that 2x, and you let me know if the visual quality changes. Okay, no problemo. Let me have a look at that, how that looks. The map and the log, and of course I won't see myself anymore, I guess. Oh, the map you can actually see. Who is that? Oh, I see Geek Squad. Cool. Driving a Mercedes-Benz new Actros for Clumsy Trucking Private Limited. Cool stuff. Nice. Okay. Alright. Let me go to 4x and I'll get back with you. Let me see. Oh, 2x, sorry. Import profile. There is a 4XS. Let's try that. It's like somewhere in between the 2x and the 4x, supposedly. Okay, let's apply that. That might be a good compromise. Be awesome to go to France, indeed. But for now, we stick to Italy to focus on the Genoa brand jobs. And my browser is still not working. Your browser encountered an error while decoding the video. Yikes. Rip. Yeah, me too. Graphics in 1.38. I hope number one on the list is anti-aliasing, so that we won't have to resort to NVIDIA profile inspector tweaks anymore. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, good. Good. All right. So how does that look for everybody? In terms of utilization, we are at 60 frames. Pretty smooth, no stutters for now. GPU is at 83%. Looks like the perfect balance. Nice. Right. Let's go and pick up that trailer. Oh yeah, borderless window without need to alt tab. I hate that. Absolutely hate that you have to do that. That seems like a very simple fix, but they just don't prioritize it. For those with multiple monitors, I'm sure you know the pain of it. Because they have a borderless window, but it's still locked. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Ray tracing is the X12 only. Oh man. Does anyone know which is better, DX11 or Vulkan? Well, I mean, I guess in terms of compatibility, OS compatibility, Vulkan wins. But overall performance and I guess capabilities, because I've only been exposed to Vulcan thanks to X-Plane 11. That fit? Can push it through? Yeah, that fits. Are my jobs getting loud, guys? Do you see it in Discord? If anyone can check. So how's the image quality so far? More shimmering? More jagged edges? Don't notice a difference? You let me know if you like this better, smoother. Definitely smoother on my end, but I see more shimmering. Vulcan is the X12 equivalent. Ah, I see. So the X12 versus Vulcan then is the right comparison. Which would you say is better? I guess it mainly depends on how it is implemented by the developers. 30? Wow! I love this truck. Even with short distances, we're getting such good fuel economy. Scotsman will be proud. Oh, one sec, let me check the route. Let's go through that beautiful junction in Milan. Can we? That one. Oh, but we're going to go through the long route here. If we go through there, yeah, that can work. That will extend the job a bit, but it's not too out of the way. Perfect. Yeah, alt-tabbing. It seems like a very small thing, but so frustrating. With other games, as long as you have a mouse cursor, like if you press F1 to pause the game, you have a mouse cursor, you can go out of the window if you're using window mode, full screen, borderless window. Not here though. Yeah, I guess. Who knows, maybe in 1.38. Maybe that's too much. I think they can do a lot more in the X11 first before they move to the X12. I don't think they are even utilizing it yet, the X11. Because they've mainly just done the porting, right? The X9 to the X11. Depends on the hardware. One sec, I'll get back to that in a bit. Once we get past this. Map in Linux would mainly, yeah, Vulkan, definitely. I don't think the X11, the X12 works in non-Windows, right? So I guess in terms of compatibility, Vulkan wins hands down, because it's compatible with Linux and Mac. It's like the newer OpenGL. I think this is also the reason why X-Plane didn't go with DirectX. They wanted to be in as many platforms as possible. Man, that is a lot smoother. So, how was the image quality, guys? Did you notice any difference? From the stream. From the recording might be a different thing when this goes to YouTube. Because in the stream it's only 720 at 60 with 3.5 kbps bitrate. But on the recording it will be 1440 at 60, so double the frames. Maybe more than double. And the bitrate will be, I guess, around 10 times more. So you'll be able to see much more details in there. I'm not seeing any complaints so far. So I guess that means it's good. And I'm braking late yet again. Toll of 0 paid. I like the sound of that. No car there, good. Love that low gurgle when you have low revs. That's my favorite sound when you're at the low revs. It's not very efficient in terms of power, but I love the sounds. In most of the nice sound mods that we have, that's my favorite. The low revs where it's at the point of stalling. The gurgling. Instruments on Real Plane is mainly Unix-based programming. That's interesting. Trivia there. Makes a lot of sense why X-Plane went with that. I wonder what Microsoft Flight Sim is going with. I mean, it's Microsoft, so I guess it's going DirectX. But maybe not. Because if it does, then it's locked to Windows. Isn't it? Have you guys heard any other news in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? Police car, we have to behave. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot to. I missed that one. I'm not part of the alpha. And even if I am, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. Well, I guess some people are saying it, so maybe it's not that bad. You just can't share details. I'm not, though. I didn't. Initially, I tried to join. I think you have to log in using what's your Microsoft account or something. But I couldn't even get through it. Like, I don't know. It's not available in my version, my region or something. But it wouldn't push through. Wouldn't recognize. So at the end, I just gave up on it. Maybe it opened up since then. I haven't tried since. This is beautiful. Oh yeah. I think we have to stay on the right here. Sorry, my bad. That's completely my bad. You won't come back. Maybe. Not so sure though. I think, I don't know, maybe it's just my impression. Graphics, definitely. But physics-wise, I think X-Plane still has a leg up. With the genius that is Austin Mayer. I think he is able to replicate the physics on a completely different level. There we go. Time for the screenshot. This is the #1 reason why I wanted to keep ProMods in. Just to go through this beautiful junction. XP11 has come a long way, exactly. If it can somehow improve its clouds and its autogen or terrain capabilities, then it might actually be a contender. That looks pretty good, yeah. But yeah, the physics on Microsoft Flight Sim, I think it's only me, I'm the only one with this opinion. When I watched the latest showcase video, it seemed to me that the physics was a bit stiff. Like the bounce of the plane when it touched, when it made the touchdown, the landing, it seemed a bit stiff. Like it didn't, the wings didn't bounce, and it just like just like that. Now I'm not sure if that's just the pilot, if that was just me trying to over criticize, but yeah, that was my impression. X-Vision, I thought it wasn't compatible anymore with Vulkan. It has very limited capabilities or very limited features with Vulkan in place. I was about to buy it, and then Vulkan came out, and then they said, "Oh, well, we can't tweak the shaders anymore, so that's game over." Or did I just interpret it wrongly? Hey, thanks for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to join us in chat. Yeah, that's what I heard for Vulkan. That X-Vision, unless they come up with an entirely new concept, will not work much for Vulkan anymore. It's a bit of a downer. Man. Then our next topic would be trains. You have to guide me, guys, because I really want to play more Train Simulator. Whether that's Train Sim itself or other train simulators. But yeah, I tried Train Sim World and I got bored. So I'm not sure, maybe it's just the route I picked. It was not as engaging as I would have hoped. They did update it recently though, right? Like they're now like the tutorial is much more step by step. It's much more fluid. So I like that. And then they have these action points, I think, depending if you don't reach the speed limit, if you don't go beyond the speed limit, if you follow the instructions. And then there's like an evaluation at the end of the trip, how your speed was in relation to how the speed limits were. So there is a nice evaluation at the end, and then you get the corresponding points for it. But I don't know, maybe I just need to try it out more. I probably am missing something. Maybe I'm missing a decent route. So if you have suggestions for routes, DLCs I can try, let me know. Default aircraft. Ah, yes. So it could be that the stiff physics is caused by limited features in the default plane. That's very true. Because it could, I remember like the flapping wings, the bouncing wings are like a specific feature in the Zeebo mod. So I guess not every plane would have that kind of greatly modeled physics in the wings. The Jawat Pro something. I tried it. It was promising, but I think it was kind of small still, and some of the textures can still be updated. But it looked very Indonesian. Volvo is the king of European roads. Sorry, missed that, Andromeda. And thanks for following. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us in chat. Yeah. There are many expectations of Flight Sim, but nowhere near reality yet. We won't be able to judge until it's actually out. Hey, Slider! Welcome back, man. Where have you been driving recently? Bullet train is the best. Oh, I would like that. Is there a bullet train in Train Sim World? Or only in Train Sim 2020 at the moment? The old FSX default aircraft were poor. And the reports for default aircraft were decent. I see. But maybe where it would really shine is with the payware aircraft developers. Alright, Morwaz, have a good night, man. Thank you for staying with us. Thanks for the inputs, as always. Good fun. Enjoy. Have a great weekend. Hey, Da. This is like changing of the guard. How are you, Da? Hope you've had a nice day. We've been spoiled with Flight Sim aircraft that we have balance for quality now. That's very true, yes. Zeebo mod, Tolis products, TBM 900 stuff. Those I think are the best of the best. Bullet train, don't remember seeing one. Yeah, Scotsman, I need your recos. When you play Train Sim, what do you usually drive? Do you change DLCs, change routes and trains often? Or do you have like a go-to DLC? Need some recos from the train enthusiasts. PMDG has reported that they're working on porting over their aircraft over to 2020. Nice. PMDG, are these the guys behind the 737 for P3D? I guess I've never encountered their work. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think they've gotten into X-Plane, have they? The weather's turned in the UK. Turned for the worse? Turned for the better? I'm a bit unfamiliar with that figure of speech. Yeah, exactly. Zevo 737 is free. The only downside is you get updates like every other day, so you have to keep on top of it. But if you're not a fan of the constant updates, you can always just stick with the full releases and ignore the incremental updates, the experimental updates, so to speak. I see. Okay, so they stuck with P3D. That's why I don't have direct experience with it. You drive every train. Makes sense. Do you have a favorite? Maybe the Flying Scotsman? So Train Sim 2020 or Train Sim World for you? You want to upgrade your GPU? I want to get a new powerful laptop. Why both? Do you have a need for mobility? So you need a laptop? GWR Great Western Railway? Is that the one? Maybe I'm mixing it up. It was really nice and warm and sunny. It's cold and wet, so it's now typical UK weather, you mean? GTX 850M. Train Sim 2020 because of the variety. More routes, huh? My impression with Train Sim 2020, because I don't know much about it, is it's as unstable, as old, as outdated as OMSI. So like OMSI, how great OMSI is and how great the simulation elements are, but how outdated it is in terms of graphics and stability. That is my impression, but I hope you correct me there because I really want to try it out. Please convince me. Sell it to me. Verona Sud. Yes, I work in IT. I am a developer in certain times, depending on the requirements. I've worn a couple of hats, but yes, I think I will forever be a developer. I don't want to let it go because it's such a calming experience for me. Oh, my most hated skybox has loaded in. 458 Italia Speciale. Just drove past you. What was that? Was that a train? Of course I missed it. Dang it. Train Sim is 10 years old. Well, ETS2 is 6 years old, or 7 years old, almost. So it's not that far away. TS is more CPU resourceful. Oh, so it's more optimized than Train Sim World? Wow. What languages do I code in? Oh, not much. I mainly work in the SAP environment, so it's ABAP that I am more in touch with. Other languages I don't know anymore. I've either forgotten or have not been exposed to it at all. Back in school, we learned the C and Java mainly, and JavaScript. So old school ones. I did learn a bit of what do you call it, the Apple OS, the Apple programming language, Objective-C before, but now I think they moved to a new one, right? I haven't tried that new one since then. I was trying to develop an app before, but I didn't push through with it. I didn't have the right idea. So in the end, the entire app was not making much sense. Oh, it's a Ferrari, I see. GTA 5 is like 8 years old. Still has Some of the best graphics. Yeah. Age is just a number, huh? I guess that works with games too, apparently. Yeah, ABAP. I work in the SAP environment, for those who are familiar with it. Ah, hated Java, but you're a JavaScript dev now. Nice. I know just a little bit of JavaScript. The basics. Some things that you can Google. Nothing of the advanced stuff. Ah, TS uses more CPU than GPU. Oh, I like that. So I have a much more powerful CPU than GPU. Does it use multi-threads or just a single one? I might eat my words there if it's a single-threaded application. Any DLC recommendations for a beginner like me? Like if you were to choose like, I don't know, 2 or 3 DLCs, which one would you choose? I know that's a hard question for you, given that you would normally want all of them. Hey bot! Oh, that's nice! Work for SAP as a computer support technician. Cool. Single thread. No! Dang it. That Asus has an RTX 2070. Wow. That's cool. Going to the east again, so we can go the entire way. Oh, there's an Air France company. Look at that. In Romania. Really? Oh, it's a cargo. Air France, KLM. What is that other one? Not sure what it is. Okay, so this is the only one we have. Let's refresh. Maybe there we get something else. Not really. Okay. We're good with that. London to Brighton. Is that sarcastic? I think it seemed like a sarcastic comment. 4 out of 6 jobs already. Wow, that was fast. If you have multiple cores, it will only use 1 or 2. Dang it. No, it's a nice route. London to Brighton. That's in Train Sim 2020. Maybe I should put it in my wish list. Yeah, exactly, bot. That would be great. Tuning packs for ATS. Maybe they don't have enough knowledge or cooperation with the US truck manufacturers for that yet. Maybe they have only started with the basics, like the actual stock models, but none of the fancy config, none of the fancy companies yet specializing on setup and custom stuff. It's a bit off. Adjust and go back. I don't think that will make it. Yeah. Vintage car race. You must have finished without breaking down and how to get there first. That sounds like a Top Gear episode with that creative mechanic. Come on. Outside of the truck, that's the one. Go Chrome or go home. Come on. There we go. New truck brand for ETS. What else is there? Ford? I don't think so, to be honest. At least they haven't given any indication or haven't seen any indication. Wonder if that's a Volvo you're driving. Race is a very English thing. I guess that's logical core. Really depends on what you like in terms of the SDLC. German, US, UK for countries. Ah, so many different types, I see. Maybe it's less confusing if I stick to one country for now, huh? So I can study the signals because each country has its own, let's say, set of regulations, right? Different standards. Which country would you say is very beginner friendly? Is like Germany? Does it have like standardized oh, that was close. Standardized rules? London to Brighton cars must be built before 1905. Wow. Ah, so that's an old school route. I like these buildings. I don't think I've recognized them before. Well, I don't recognize them now. That looks very Italian. Looks similar to the Piazza, Venice Piazza. US would be easier than German. Oh, I see. Maybe we can start there then. UK, because of the signals and safety systems. Ah. Da and Jack might like that also. Well, Ford has a Turkey branch from what we've seen in the mod. Ford F-Max. But I guess that's not completely European anymore. Maybe European/Asian. We like the UK the best. US routes seem to be the most boring. 2 points for UK. Comes down to trying them out. That's true. So, let me see. In Train Sim, what is appealing in Train Sim? Is it the sightseeing mainly? Or do you have to like do a lot of like, how do you say? Is it very hands-on? That the gameplay mechanics, the simulation mechanics are very hands-on and you get very involved with operating the train? Or is it more like keeping the train moving and admiring the view? Because with the, what did I try in Train Sim World? Great Western Express? Is that the right term? It was more of a sightseeing adventure. There was minimal input required. The only major thing you do is slow down correctly. Like time your, how do you say? Slow down at the right time, at the right pace so that you land exactly on the platform. Beautiful sounds. Ford produces the most popular car in the UK. Oh, does it? Which car is that? There are no large Ford trucks in North America anymore. They sold out. So I think that's a Turkish thing now. So the Ford F-Max is what I know of. DS is built on a very old game engine. It's very rewarding once you master it. Like balancing the speed and the different levers. I can imagine. That's true, yeah, maybe it's only one truck. There is a steam train in Train Sim. Oh, I guess that's the hardcore one, huh? Train sim has scenarios to challenge your journey. Oh, that sounds interesting. Like what? Like reach this place in 30 minutes, something like that? Or don't go beyond the speed limit. Third-party developers out there that makes trains for train sim. Oh, cool. Oh, that's true, yes. That's a very good point. You can actually make custom scenarios in train sim. I am speeding, I know. We almost stepped over there, but too late now. Alright, just going to go with it. Well, that's very cool. So you can make scenarios and then I can run it. You can like troll me and whatnot. Sounds good. Is that routes and trains? Train geek. Driving them and running the routes is very fun for you. Ah, I see. You can set it for simple or harder controls. Leyland, oh, first time I heard of that. Also many good mods for train sim. Trains third-party add-on, is that free? How are the mods in train sim like? Are they more like ETS2 where most of the stuff is free? Or are they like explain where most of the stuff is payware? GPS, that is part of the DAF XF by VOD. So when you have the truck enabled by VOD, it modifies your GPS screen also. That is not by intention. It's just a side effect for me. It's payware, wow. I'm surprised you bought it. Well, I guess I'm not because those are trains. So even the weather is paid. Well, if it's fair enough. So I guess what I can do is I can try, because I think I have train sim already. I think I got it in one of the Humble Bundle promos. So I have something. I can try out that basic stuff. If I enjoy it, what are these guys doing? If I get to enjoy it, then I can look into the other DLCs. And then I will consult you guys for specific DLCs if you like it or not. Sounds good. Or I can just continue playing Derail Valley. Easy way out. Oh, it's raining again, come on. Come on. There's something seriously wrong with the rain probability. I remember someone was complaining in the forums already about this. DLCs and Steam sales. Oh yes, that's true. Good point. I thought there was a toll gate. Not here, apparently. Oh, dang it. Stream just froze on Jay's end. Hey, Zanels. How are you, man? Oh, yeah. Nothing happened. Blame the rain. Close the windows. Nothing to see here exactly. Idaho or Colorado? I'm excited for whichever one is coming out first. Japan. Which one is coming out first anyway? Well, I guess... Well, I don't know much about either. Idaho is coming out first and I'm more excited for that. Because I don't know much about either anyway. That's a nice looking trailer. Very small, compact container. Colorado is your home state. Oh, nice. Summer Colorado. What is TBT? Throwback Thursday? Idaho is this summer. Wow. Cool. Oh yeah, ProMods Canada. Me too. Am I missing all these signs? I guess I am, huh? Looking too much on chat. So I'm not seeing the slow down signs that a junction is coming up and you have to slow down to 50 or 40. You have to pay closer attention. Oi! That guy was just pulling out bit by bit. Yeah, I saw the recent pictures of ProMods Canada. My goodness. They looked so good. Like they were at least Chihuahua level. Beautiful. Jadar, he's back. Out in July, hopefully. Hopefully. What is summer? June, starting June, July, August. There is a step-by-step instruction for it. So there are quite a number of steps, but you set it up once and then you get used to it. Highly recommend it if you have all the map DLCs. Was that a train that passed by? I guess so. Should see it come out soon here. There it is. Barely visible though. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. You can join us in chat so we can give you a proper welcome. Hey! Why are these guys slowing down? Oh yeah, this is the weird 50 route. Do you think that's a bug, guys? I'm not sure if that's intentional. Why would you need to slow down to 50 there? Seemed like a straight route to me. Yes, you need all DLCs, map DLCs. Hey, thanks for the follow. Grizzly. I can read that. I am doing the east ones for now, but I am actually just picking whichever. So far though, mostly east ones are coming up. Low priority, is it? Not so sure. Maybe it depends on the interest of the mappers themselves. But maybe given the interest is more on ETS2? Maybe? I don't know though. Whoa. That guy was completely invisible to me, that car. Almost slammed into him. Well, I guess a good answer bot would be that they just released a couple of screenshots for ProMods Canada as a sneak peek. I saw them in the ProMods Facebook page. Not sure if they shared that anywhere else, maybe on the blog. So at least there is progress. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Grizzly. Because we have to balance it, right? Yeah, so we have to look at the current status of the community. That's a good point. I'll do that in the next job. Thanks. A few months ago already. I don't know, it just appeared in my feed. I thought it was new. Maybe Facebook was just trolling with me. I saw those pictures like yesterday. It appeared on my feed. Didn't really check the date though, to be honest. Faster. Be prepared to buy 1TB SSD if you go to trade sim. Oh my goodness, that sounds like X-Plane. And now I understand why you have lots of... why you have no space left. East was 60,000, west was about 52 or 53,000. Is there a specific goal for them? For like 500,000 each, was it? Trying to remember. Yeah, same here, even if I know nothing about Canada. Super exciting. 400 gigs. Well, my X-Plane is 1TB plus, I think. so I can understand that, but yeah, I'm not sure if I can spare more space. If I find the link in ProMods, I'll share it with you. I'll check when they released it. Oh, that was the closest so far. Yeah, I don't think you can expect to receive like monthly, weekly, or even monthly updates for something like that. It's just a waiting game. Left. Canada is so beautiful to drive across. Some parts are forestry and shieldy rock. Others are flat grass and wheatlands. Oh, I can imagine it already. So good, huh? West is 54 and east is almost 60. Yikes. That's okay, it will balance out. We're very far away from 500 still. Gun, oh no. Keep Canada away from Jack. You have to remove ETS and ATS to make room on your SSD for other games. For other games, meaning other train sim content. So no more Amsterdam, boo. Great to hear. Looking forward to it. Sacrilege. Blasphemy. Kick. Uninstall ETS2 and ATS. Kick. Ban. Timeout. Trains in or HDD. Over 10k miles in your Freightliner Classic XL. I don't doubt that. That's a great looking truck. John Ruda's Freightliner Classic. Oh, I would like to get back into there again. I wish Z-Mod updates his Detroit Diesel so I can get back to ATS. Hey Ava, thank you for following. Sorry I missed that. Thanks for joining us in chat. Steering wheel, G27, rip gearbox. $47,000 miles in your Mac last month. Wow. Congrats. No wonder you're looking for Canada. You need more space to drive in. For joining us. 90, 70. Ah, now I get it. So there are 3 lanes. Innermost lane is the fast lane where you can go up to 90. Middle lane we can only go up to 70. And on the right, I don't know. I guess that's not very accurate for this road because we only have 2 lanes here. I assume in reality There should be 3 lanes on this road. Unless I read that wrong. Alright, thanks, Scotsman. I'll let you know when I try it out. I'm scared though with the amount of space that's needed. Yikes. Yes, it's in the mods list. Map section. Bottom row, I think. The one for Genoa Addon by Scan 720. Doing coast to coast to New Mexico, Addon, Sierra Nevada. Nice. Thanks, Alex. I do miss driving in ATS. It's been weeks since we've driven there, right? There was a time when we've only been doing ETS, but I think ETS2 is back. It's time for ETS2 to shine again. Thanks, Alex. Don't need that much space unless you're a train geek like us. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm not a train geek yet. Not yet. Clumsy geek, yes. Train geek, not yet. Let's get some speed. Slow downs in here. That retarder is powerful as heck. Awesome. That's Alexa for you. Never buy trains in 2020 routes at full price. Overpriced and they go on sale about every week or so. Oh, do they? Thank you. Well, okay. I'll put some on my wish list if I find any. I think I'll install it. And then I will... how do you say? And then I will try out the base first. The base content, whatever it has. So at least I can get a feel for it. And what are your thoughts as train geeks? What are your thoughts around Train Sim World? Finally gotten some ATS skins to work with the help of Discord for Mod Studio. Awesome. Yeah, I know we have someone from the Mod Studio in our Discord as well. What was his name? Oh my goodness, I'm so bad with names. Yeah, he was offering to help and guide us. If you have just the base game plus DLC that comes with the game, storage is 20 gigs. I can afford 20 gigs because Train Sim World requires like 40. So if I uninstall it, I should have enough space. Initial base content is priced well. I think I have that. Train Sim World is visually stunning, and also pretty good. They keep adding content. Yeah, visuals, I don't think I have complaints. I guess it's the amount of routes that's the issue? Not sure. What is the opinion, the overall sentiment of Train Sim World? Is it just the lack of route and train options that puts you off, or something else? That's why you stick with Train Sim 2020. The ability for custom scenarios is a deal breaker. The lack, I should say. You play Train Sim World a lot. Always come back to Train Sim 2020. I have that same sentiment from Train Sim World. Like, it looks great. It's simulated fairly well from my opinion. But there's just something missing that doesn't get me hooked. Hopefully it's different when I try out Train Sim 2020. Routes are usually 1 to 2 gigs, trains are 500 to 600. I don't like it. Let's get one more job. Let's go to a different city. Florence, go south this time. Can work. Excavator. If you can go somewhere nearer though. Nah, let's go that way. And then let's make it daytime. Have you tried Train Sim World, Scotsman? Or no need, since you're happy enough with Train Sim? Time... I don't know what time it is. Let's make it 5 AM. Yeah, that's okay. Windows partially open, perfect. I like what they did with this place. Really looks like a construction zone. Is Train Sim still buggy or something? That's what you have always read. I've seen those comments, even for Train Sim World DLCs. I don't have any details though. I guess I don't have enough experience to judge it. Straightforward like so. Perfect. Is the Steam DLC, is that DLC for Train Sim 2020, or is that made by a third-party developer? And is it good? Train Sim has Steam Workshop. Oh, for the mods. Nice. And the Steam Workshop has what? Trains, both trains and routes? What kind of mods does it house? That would make all the difference. Mod support basically, huh? Imagine ETS2 without mod support. I don't think I would be playing it still. At least not this much. Freeware routes and scenarios, so there's always something new. I see. So it's a 10-year-old game. The graphics is quite outdated. It only uses 1 or 2 of your threads. So it's not the most optimized, but in terms of stability, does it crash often like OMSI, or it's pretty reliable, just not silky smooth? I'm trying to convince myself to try it out. I'll uninstall Train Sim World and install Train Sim after this. Yes, I think they are talking about different Steams. But both I am very interested in. Both the Steam Train and the Steam Workshop. Good morning. Beautiful sunrise. It will crash from time to time. Is there a save feature? Like, if I need to stop this trip and then continue later on, can I just start from wherever I stopped? Because that's my main gripe about X-Plane. The save load feature is almost non-existent. Some planes offer it, but it's never really smooth. So once you sit down, you have to finish your trip. Otherwise, it will be a waste. So you have to spend hours, consecutive hours at a time. And with my schedule, I have to sit in, have a few minutes, step off, get back in. That's why SnowRunner is perfect. That's why ETS2 is perfect. You can drive 10-20 minutes, stop, continue later. There's a save feature. Is it safe? A safe saving mechanic. I like it. There is save works well. Ah, sold. Thank you. That does it. So even if it crashes, at least you can save, so you don't have to start from scratch. If you save, that is. Sold. Thank you. Thank you for all the inputs, guys. I'm sure I will have a lot more questions, so stay tuned. Join the Discord server. I will post the screenshots and questions mainly, I guess, in the Train Sim channel. Safe save feature, I like it. That's not a half bad photo. Average frame on Train Sim for you is 30 to 50. Nice. Well, that's more than enough. I mean, if I can live through Explain, then that should work. Is it Track IR supported in Train Sim? Or am I just mixing up things? Because in Train Sim World it isn't. But I'm trying to recall. And I guess you're using the keyboard for the controls. Unless you have that fancy like entire panel. Whatchamacallit. Visions of cars and locos scattered everywhere. Can you derail in Train Sim? I hope not. Well, I hope yes. I don't know what I should hope for. It should be more realistic, but it will be more deadly for me. Run TS in borderless mode because the game will crash if you alt-tab in full screen. We'll take note of it. Track IR is supported. Sold. That will be great for the sightseeing. You should be able to derail in Train Sim. Because I think I tried it in Train Sim World and we didn't manage it. I was going way beyond the speed limit, but everything was still working, I think. Keyboard and Xbox controller is supported. Nice, thank you. Alright, I'll try it out then. No wonder they're still updating Train Sim, huh? Well, updating might be a stretch, but at least the label becomes 2020. You've done it, but it takes much more to derail than in Derail Valley. Okay, that's good. At least there is still the risk, so you can just speed through things. I did derail it one time. How did it work? I guess I did, but it wasn't. There were no animations, was it? Like it just said you derailed, and you have to repeat. Or did the trains actually like fly off, like in Derail Valley? Okay, so at least there is that level of realism. You can just go full throttle every time. Notch 7 or something. Engage. Oh, different sim. Nice. Well, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, trains flying off. In episode 4, that's what we saw. A sudden clunking sound out of nowhere. And then looking at the back, looking at the cars flying off one by one and exploding. Not a pretty sight, at least not for the driver. Makes for a great action movie though. Goodness, that was disastrous. And actually, to be honest, not making excuses, but I think I was well within the speed limit. Or I was exactly at the speed limit, so I attribute that to the game trolling me. Track IR won't work if you're doing outside view. Makes sense, yeah. Cool. And I think it won't be that ideal if you're like switching knobs like in Explain, so I guess at some point you have to turn it on and off. That works for me. Man, I'm excited already. Do you guys know what is part of the base game? So I think it's a German route. If I remember correctly, it looked like a red diesel train. Reddish, brownish diesel train. Can't recall it exactly. tap on the brakes here. Help with the slowing down. Perfect. The rail valley is not forgiving enough, yeah. They said though in the overhauled update that they updated it so that the speed limits actually have some kind of like leeway. So even if you are a little bit above the speed limit, you won't derail. But I guess that's not 100% working, because sometimes, as in the video, even if I'm exactly at the speed limit, I derailed already. And in the stream, even at like 20 kilometers per hour, I derailed one of my cars and totally wrecked it. Derail is the name. Fair enough. Fair enough. What I noticed is that the engine brake for this truck is not very powerful. The retarder, on the other hand, you won't even need to step on the brakes. I set the proper, even level 1 gets you there. Oh, that's a beautiful sky. There was a third-party software that allowed you to use the throttle of your Cytec Pro as accelerator, brake, and dynamic braking TS. Oh, nice. Oh, that's amazing. Like having a proper throttle. Even though my HOTAS has a detent in the middle, I can maybe set that as the idle, and then the stuff in front would be like the different notches. Payware enhancement packs for trains. What do they do, these payware enhancement packs? For the graphics? Or for the simulation aspect? Controls? I'd also like to learn how to read the signs properly, so that I won't need to rely on the overlays. That's the ultimate goal. Wrong range again, sorry about that. Yeah, that's what I like about Derail Valley. You don't need any overlay. Everything is on the dials, and it's very easy to understand. So I guess in a real simulation, I would need to delve into the details of how to read the signals. Makes the trains more realistic. Ah, I see. Hey, Gamaste, glad you made it. Yikes, sorry. Sorry. Thought you were turning right. Why? Nothing happened? Headset. VR headset. Maybe not the VR set headset. I'm still not sold on VR. Must be my old-fashioned thinking. I'm still more on the track IR route if possible, but keeping it in the monitor so that I have access to other utility monitors. Just start with the default DTG stock, and you can gradually Dovetail Games stock, and you can gradually move to third-party devs content. Yeah, that's a good approach. So I try out the default first without the bells and whistles, get used to it, see if I like it, and if I do, then I can move on to the next level. Sounds like a plan. Stop-start technology in truck now. Yeah, those are, but I don't know. It's my old-fashioned thinking. It's harder to access them in my view. I tried VR a bit with my brother. He bought a VR headset. It was great, but I don't think I would like to play in VR for hours. Like when I tried it a couple of times. Like it was not so nauseating, but it was not very comfortable either on the head. Like something weighing against your head for hours and hours. It doesn't appeal to me that much. Can't deny the immersiveness though, but yeah, I think I don't have that as a priority at the moment. I'd rather get like a super heavy duty graphics card and play in 144 or 120 FPS. Alright, Incarnate. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again next time. And let us both look forward to ProMods Canada so we can enjoy our country in these virtual roads. Oh, this is a nice road. We haven't been here in this strip yet. Hey, thanks for joining and thanks for following. Join us in chat if you like. I can give you a proper welcome. Not sure if the AI is getting worse or better. Oh yes. Oh yes. That is always the eternal question. No comment on that. All it takes is to drive around the roads and you get a taste of both sides. Alright, Gold. Have a great weekend. Keep warm. Sorry, couldn't resist it. Hey, Panda. Thanks for joining. How are you? On duty. We have a time in, time out system now. Be afraid, Alex and Rohan. Someone's starting to keep track. Great to hear. Yes, doing good on my end as well. Thanks for joining. Time in and time out, Rip. Oh, interesting. Did I just miss my turn? I blame Jay. Nah. Yes, I did. Okay, let's make a U-turn somewhere. Well, not really space for a U-turn, is there? Sure thing, Geek Squad. Keep us updated in Discord. Is there a way to like set what do you say? A timer on that, Jay? On duty timer starts, off duty it says goodbye to you and tells you how long you were online. Just a nice to have. Hey Noah, thanks for the follow and the host, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. This is too much, we'll have to go around a very long way. I think I'll try and make a U-turn here. Appreciate that, thank you. Easy peasy. Didn't get caught either. Alright, Calvin, 5 a.m. My goodness, get some sleep. Have a good night. Or good morning, I should say. Thanks, man. Appreciate your attendance. Thanks, Scotsman. Appreciate all the inputs. Looking forward to more train simming like you in the near future. Have a good one. sorry, I missed a few messages. Hey Thomas, thank you for joining and thanks for the follow. Welcome guys. Did I just miss my turn again? The ever elusive turn, that's it. I'm going to make a U-turn here. Stop looking at chat. Alright, this is the turn, okay? Don't miss it this time. My goodness. Marmi Carrara. Is that a real company? I guess so. First time I've seen it here. That must be a product of the real company's mod I have. Yes. No such thing. No fine means it's legal. Hey Jimmy. Should work as long as you deliver to the right company. So make sure when you're doing a job, you pick external contracts and make sure that you are delivering from or to the new companies, which are that one, the CDESRL. I'm not sure if you can see it. Chat is blocking it a bit. Either Ovest or Est should be the source or the target company. If it's not, then that's not going to be counted. Exactly, close your eyes, it's not legal. Don't chat and drive. I think that would be very bad for the stream though. You have to risk it. Thank goodness it didn't take a low deck. Welcome man, thanks for joining. Hope you're enjoying the event. And for those who don't have either the base game or the Italia DLC yet, SES has a bundle for you. Get 76% off. And no, I'm not getting anything out of it, but I want to share the good news. So exclamation point Genoa. Oh! No! Oh, we can't teleport, can we? This looks familiar. This used to have happened before already. That kind of sucks. Typical Volvo. He wanted the break. Thanks, DT. Just like SnowRunner, exactly. Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining. Sorry came in at such an unfortunate time. I don't think it's possible to salvage this. Nope, no teleporting. Winch to tree. Wait for Jack to arrive. Wait for Alex to pull us out of this. Look, the flag is right there. I hate it. Okay, fine. I have to abandon it, guys. Sorry. So my supposed 6th job for the east wouldn't really work. Awesome. DT it is then. Yeah, CDE Est or CDE Ovest. Rip. So let's see, that one does take us there. From BRT. Wait, I shouldn't start it yet because I will be on my side. There you go. Nothing happened. We just cancel the job, so let's go there to Livorno already in BRT, and then we accept the job so we don't have to drive. And we can still teleport. Where was it? There. Livorno. That's the one. Where's the entrance? Here is the entrance. Alright, maybe we can make one more job. 200 kilometers shouldn't be that bad. Livorno, there. Est, yes. BRT. Oh, that one looks greater though. That one looks better. Nah, let's take the wheel loader. We're here already. So we can finish the east. Let's do better this time. We can try at least. That's the guy in front of us. Okay. Wow. Yikes. Alright, Thomas, have a good one, man. 4 a.m. and need to be at work at 6. Good luck. Goodness, living life on the edge. Have a good one. 1 more for the west and 4 more for the east. Go for it. What truck are you driving with at the moment? Are you using the next gen? Scania? There you go. That works for me. Hey Clement, thanks for the follow DT, appreciate it. 1.37, yes. Sure thing. Catch you in a bit. Hey Oak, we take some deliveries from and to Genoa in Italy to fix the bridge. That's the event. And then you get some personal goals, community goals, and then you get rewards for completing them. Accessories, paint jobs, I think. Oh yes, I think I missed the answer for that. So how is Trucker's MP right now? Is it still in 1.36? Oh yeah, come on. What are we hitting? Oh, the fence. Dang it. Still were for 1.36. Wow. That's 1.37 has been out for a while, hasn't it? Well, I'm stuck. There it is. That looks very strange. Oi! Ah, it has steerable axles, no wonder. Me and steerable axles, we don't really mix well. I never got the concept of turning that much. Especially with steerable axles. They turn so weird for me. You can probably do... just nudge it a bit. Houston, we have a problem again. I know, right? Momentum building the wrong way. We can't get the 1.37 stuff working. Oh, that's crap. Wonder why. It wouldn't budge. Tree shadows. Tree shadows look really good, huh? Combination of Fael's trees plus the shadow tweaks to increase the texture size and whatnot. AI traffic, like not again. Hey, Tuesday. Yes, SGT. There we go. Turn off traffic for now. That is a very good idea. There we go, we're free. And we are causing a lot of havoc on the road. Stop! So what we can do is we can reverse and get some space. Italian traffic for the win. My goodness. Right, let's let them pass maybe. Time to go off-road. I think so too. They call the cops on me, even the fire trucks. They know disaster is going to happen. Right, let's try this again. Oh, Annie is right across the street. Should have taken that instead. Whoa! Where did that guy come from? My goodness. We're free! Hurry! Yes! Free! Free mother mo. Oh, I didn't hear that guy coming at all. Woohoo! Thank you guys for joining. Glad you made it. Greyfather moment. You might extend the stream a bit just to finish this job. I want to finish the east at least. Thanks for joining. Tuesdays, Clement, Chris, and Riz. How are you guys? I like those realistic companies though. Those look very familiar. Not sure what companies those are in ProMods, trailer and company pack. But I'm using a different one. Welcome back, Nom. Everything good? Just had your breakfast and managed to spot an ETS2 stream. Woohoo! Perfect. Oh, are you also from Singapore? Nice. Or at least over in these parts. Hey! Thank you for that coming out of nowhere gift sub. Thanks, Mad Cat. Appreciate it. GG. And congrats to Nico. Lurking in peace. Got a sub. Thank you guys. Slow down early. Look at how powerful that retarder is. Not even stepping on the brakes. Didn't step up on the brakes at all. Just 2 levels of retarder. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. With all the help we can get, huh? GG. Okay, let's be careful this time, guys. No tipping over. Play it safe. read the signs, slow down ahead of time. Hopefully. I'll try to keep my eyes peeled on the signs up ahead. Like adhering to speed limits maybe? Sound mod, yes, Kriechbaum. Sorry for the pronunciation, you know whom I mean. We all have different versions of pronouncing his name, I think. Kriechbaum's Volvo stock sounds. Exclamation point mod gets you there. And now Madcat himself subscribes. Thanks, man. G and G. Appreciate that. What's the truck look like? Oh, this is asking for disaster here. Oh, there you go. That's how it looks. Oh, this is scary. Thankfully, we were on a straight road, so no problems. It's a Volvo. Surprise, surprise. There we go. Nightbot pointing to the right person this time. Thank you. The gifter. That's great though, thanks guys. That's a very nice feature that Twitch rolled out, huh? Gifting subs. It's a win for everybody. What was that? Just noticed it. Is that like the average fuel consumption? Can you see? So in the dashboard, right? In the right side, you see the turbo level, that green and orange bar, and you see the one below, like the fuel economy. The fuel economy, that changes in the instant, like if you're stepping on it or not, but there's like a small notch above. I think that's the average fuel consumption, because it looks like it's around 30 something mark. Cool. Didn't notice that detail before. I thought you would have to go to this view before you can see your average fuel consumption for the trip. That's nice. There we go. A badge, a CG badge, and a gifter badge. Thanks. Hey Nestor. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Thank you. Appreciate you dropping by. Stay safe, man. Have a good one. Oh, this is very nice. Also, I think I'm sticking with the 4XS tweaks. Bit of aliasing, a bit of shimmering, but not that bad. And performance-wise, I think more or less locked to 60 in this case. I played OMSI, yes. Not anymore though. I grew tired of the crashes. I just rage quit off it forever. But yes, I had a few months before when I was totally engrossed in it because, yeah, still, it is the best bus simulator out there, I would say. The most simulation-y of them all, in technical terms. Pop-up box like the mirror showing you driving forward and then outside looking around. Showing you driving forward. Ah, so like even if you're looking at the back, you would have like a pop-up showing you what's in front. That would be helpful, but I think it wouldn't help me much because usually I would want to look at the back for sightseeing purposes and taking screenshots maybe, but if I had that overlay it would get in the way, so it would be functional but it wouldn't serve the purpose of why I went to third person in the first place. It would be cool though, huh? Is there a mod like that? Maybe I can find some use for it. Sounds interesting. My FOV is 66. Yeah, that's my favorite FOV. Anything lower, I find it's a bit too zoomed in for my taste. Anything larger seems a bit distorted from my view. P3D, no, I went straight to explain and haven't looked back since. I will definitely try out FS 2020 though, but for now, explain is my go-to flight sim. Ah, yes. Would be a great mod. Not sure if it's possible though technically. Modding here in Truck Sim has its limitations and I'm not sure if it's as open to that. Yeah, great idea though. Sure that would be a ton of help, especially for people who like staying in third person. Hey Lester. Yeah, that is part of the 1 sec. I have to stop reading chat during these critical moments. Sorry, give me a few seconds. And my engine isn't powerful enough to drive this. It is part of the truck. A different truck. DAF XF by VOD. Is this the wrong way? Wrong lane? Well, I guess there's only one way to fix it. Thank goodness I stopped here. That was a blessing in disguise. Oh, look what happened. For some magical reason, they all went away. Where should I have gone? Ah! And now I can't go anywhere. This does not bode well for our last job, so to speak. Alright, I can go forward again, that's good. Let's slow down here, guys. It really just runs away from you, huh? How heavy this thing is and how steep this incline is. And now I think my trailer will hit the other side. Please don't. Yes, triple monitor setup. But the other monitors are for utility only. The game is only in one. No crawler gear in this gearbox, unfortunately. Yeah, it was not built for heavy hauling. It was built mainly for roads. Should have went straight on there. Oh man. Yeah, the side mirrors won't help if you're looking at the back. Oh, it would be the mirrors you would need to look in front. Oh my goodness, Mad Cat is on a roll. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Helps in these particularly trying times. Right, let's do it properly. Don't run away from me. Don't run away from me. That's more like it. Actually, I think I will do better in first person. I'm thinking I can manage this better in first person. Third person is a bit more weird to me. I think I drive so much in first person, it feels more natural. Yeah, exactly. So I should have gone where? Here? Oh yeah, Yeah. Yes, currently living in SG. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Well, I'm glad I have you for my GPS. There we go. Almost there. It is quite confusing, huh? We didn't go through this way before. Thanks, Mad Cat. Appreciate that. Thanks for dropping by and dropping all these gifts. Literal gifts. Now don't dip over. Just take it slow. And maybe let's surround the traffic. Turn the traffic back on. There you go. Did I set it right? We will see. Did anyone see if what I was typing was correct? Didn't even look at it anymore. East and west, completely different routes. Yeah. Used to driving on rails now, that's true. Police is right there watching my clumsiness, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Once the job is complete, once the community event is done, they'll fix the bridge so we can drive through there again, like how were able to before. Super cool. We made it, guys. A little bit of cheating goes a long way. Maybe not the lesson you want to take away from this. I take that back. Didn't say anything. Here we are. There is storm. That's what we've been doing the entire stream. And now we have it halfway through. Should be 6 on the east done. And good to go. So that one. West Depot 0 out of 6. East Depot 6 out of 6. Nice. So I should take the west jobs this time. 37. Blame all those shenanigans with the ramps. Awesome. Well, we did it. Thank you guys for staying with me. Extended a bit, sorry about that. But thank you for joining me, and sorry if I missed any messages. We'll do some more. Not sure if I'll record it. Maybe. We'll see. But I will try a lot more Train Simulator offline first. Thank you. Thanks Alex and Jay for moderating. Appreciate everyone's attendance and for hanging out, chatting, and lurking. Mad Cat, thanks for all the subs, all the gifts. Appreciate it. Thanks, Nister. Glad you stayed. Have a good one, everybody. Have a great weekend and hope to catch you on Discord and everywhere else soon. Stay safe. Be well.